And welcome everybody, welcome back again to another new video. So by continuing our course in Linux for hackers, and this is our part 14 video, where in this video, so if you haven't checked out my last video where I have uploaded, that was basically on shell scripting, the variables and data types. So make sure to do that, to watch that fast, because if you skip that, then this video will gonna some difficult to understand you. So basically this video is divided into two parts, where in first part we're gonna learn how we can take input in our shell script from the terminal, and in the second part we will gonna learn about some conditional statements such as if else and else if. You know, so if you have a programming background, then you might know about it. So let's start this video. Let us jump to our terminal. So as you can see, I'm currently on my terminal, which is a Ubuntu WSL. So if you don't know what a WSL is, it is basically Windows subsystem for Linux. It is a application utility, you can say, which provides support you to, without installing any kind of Linux based operating system, you can run Ubuntu as an application on your main Windows, so it provide a greater flexibility. I recommend you to try this once. If you are not familiar with how to set up it, then just comment down below. I will make a separate video on how to do it. As this is my, you can see, uh this is my WSL, Ubuntu WSL. So okay, let's start our video now. So I think without wasting time in theories, let's learn by doing it. So in the first part of this video, we're gonna learn how we can take input from our user or from the terminal to print it or to use it on our program or application or any script. So in order to do that, I am currently using my Nano editor, and give the command nano and then script one.sh and then hit enter, and make sure to write the shebang line first. So this is it, and then so and then let me print some text such as echo, and then enter your input. So then we're gonna read it from the user or read it from the terminal. So in order to do that, I will use a, and then there is a built-in command in bash shell scripting, which is read, and then you have to specify the name of the variable. So if you are not familiar what a variable is, then make sure to watch my previous video, link in the comment, or you can find it on my channel. So then read, I can say input, and then I will have to print it. So to print, I will again use echo, and then here is your input, and then I will just segregate it using a comma like this, and then I have to give a space over here, and then the dollar symbol to call the variable. I have to mention the variable name, which is input over here, and then that's it. So let's save this using Control X and Y to save it, and you can see this is my script1.sh. So now I have to make it executable. In order to do that, I am using the chmod command and then plus X to make it executable, and then the script name, and hit enter. And you can see the color has been changed. That means our script is ready to execute now. So let me execute it, script.sh, and hit enter. And you can see here is a prompt asking to input something. So let me specify my inputs, which is hello, and then I will simply hit enter, and you can see here is your input, what we have written in our shell script, and the inputted value is over here, which is hello. So this is how you can take input from the terminal, or by using your shell script you can take input as well. So also you can take a long string variable as an input. For example, here I am giving uh, hello, my name is a non-digger, and then if I hit enter, then you can see we can also print the long output or long input over here. So this is how the read function, or you can say the read command, the read built-in command in Bash work, and how we can take input from the terminal. So let me again show you the script over here. You can see this is our shell script, which is as simple as it is. So now let us come to our second part of this video, where we are going to learn about the conditional statements such as if else if, and else part. So let me write another shell script over here. So nano and then script 2.sh, and you can see this is our nano text editor. So as always, let me write the shebang line first, and so before dive into the details of conditional statement, I want to give you an overview of what it is. So basically, conditional statement is basically used in programming like task to evaluate a condition. For example, if there is a ball, let us consider there is a ball on the table, and if you want to evaluate whether the ball is going to fall from the table or not, then in this case you are basically dealing with the if else condition. There is two possibility basically, which is the ball can be fall from the table, and the another is it cannot fall on the from the table. So there is if there is two possibility, or might be that is not necessary always, that might be there is two possibility, or there should be two possibility as always. But the thing is, you have to understand if there is something like conditions, or like we are measuring the probability of an event, whether it can occur or not. In this case, or in that case, we can use the conditional statement. If you have a programming background, you might know that there are conditional statement like if else, and some programming uh, language like Python have elif. So let's start it by doing it. So let me print my first line using echo command. So let me enter a number, and you can see here I am asking, or here I am printing to enter a number. And what I'm gonna do here is I will gonna read input from the terminal, read, and then the num is a variable, and then I will simply start the if else statement, or the if statement first. So I have to simply write if, and then let me clear the objective of this program first. So in this program, we are basically gonna evaluate whether a number is bigger than 10 or not. So if you can imagine the motive of the question, then this is simply there is a condition checks, whether a number is bigger than 10 or not. So there is two possibility, whether bigger or not. So in this case, we have to deal with the conditional statement. So that's why I'm writing the if command here, and then to put the condition in the if statement, or you can say the if command, you have to give the square bracket, and then to specify the variable, I have to give the dollar symbol and then num. So let me clear it, and then I have to specify hyphen GT. You might have a question over here, which is what is the hyphen GT over here? So basically, this is nothing but this is a greater than symbol. If you remember let me comment it. Okay. Okay, so if you remember this symbol, so this is what in mathematics, this is a greater than symbol. If I write over here 5 greater than 2, sorry, 1, then what it is, what does it mean? This is mean simply the 5 is basically greater than 1. And if I write less than, then the simple means of this is a false condition, by the way, but this is a valid logic over here, because this is an operator. Basically in programming, this what we call this over here, this is an operator which is greater than operator and less than operator, might depend, but this is an operator. So in shell scripting also, the hyphen gt is a you can say a operator which is used in conditional statements, so you can call it conditional operator. So hyphen gt, which is basically used over here to check whether the number variable, whatever the user will input over here, that will be stored in the num variable, and then it will check the condition by using the hyphen gt operational hyphen gt hyphen gt operator over here. Then it will gonna check whether the inputted number is greater than 10 or not. So if the condition satisfies successfully, or if the condition satisfy, then what it gonna do is it will basically print. So in order to print, so it will basically print the number is greater than 10. So also we can print that number, what will gonna input. So the number, then dollar symbol, sorry, the dollar symbol, and then num. Okay, let it be. So let it the print statement over here, which is the number is greater than 10, and then but before it we have to specify there is another command utility, which is then. You have to write it because after evaluating the condition over here in the if statement, what the script will gonna do, then you have to specify the then then uh, command over here, then it will gonna evaluate the condition. And at last, you have to close the if condition statement by doing by writing fi. So this is the opposite of if, you can say. This is if, and this is fi. So in order to close the if statement, you have to write it. So let it let the script print the number. You have to do it, and then the comma, then num, and this is how you can do it. And let's now save the script. Now we can see this is our shell script 2.sh, and then see again we are giving the command chmod plus x, then script 2.sh, and now run it, script 2.sh, and you can see this is our prompt what we have written. So let me uh, give a number greater than 10. Let us say it 12, and you can see the number 12 is greater than 10, what we have given, or what we have put our logic in the script, you know. So this is how our conditional statement work. So now let's check it by doing opposite of it. So what if I write a number less than 10 over here, for example 7, and then hit enter? Nothing, because we haven't write anything if the condition false, you know. So let me show you the script again. if-Else2.sh, you can see the first line is checking the input from the terminal, which is this, and then it is checking the condition by using the hyphen gt, which is the conditional operator over here, and then it is printing the number which is greater than 10, and then we are closing the script, or we are closing the if statement over here. But we haven't specified whether if the condition false, if a number less than 10, then we haven't write any logic or any output for it. So that's why it is not printing anything if we input a number less than 10, sorry. So you might have a question that how we can do the opposite of it, or how we can uh, print the statement if the condition fails. So in order to do that, there is another command in shell scripting, which is else part. We are basically dealing with conditional statements, so that's why you have to look at all the aspect of this conditional statement. What we have seen in our previous script, which is only if you can focus here, this is our if statement, and we have just closed the if statement by writing the fi. So it is the basically the a single part of the conditional statement. So let's start by editing that script again. uh, and in this script, I will just simply modify the else part of this script by writing a simple else, and then I will just simply print the else part command. So echo, then the number, you can see the number is less than 10. So this is how we can write the else part over here. So let's save it by Control X and Y, and then hit enter, and then again execute it. And let's suppose and now this time we are gonna give the input which is less than 10, for suppose 5, and hit enter, and you can see the number 5 is less than 10, but we have written in our shell script the else part over here. So let me show you the script again so that you can understand easily. Sorry, cat script 2.sh, and you can see this is our else part which has been executed over here, which is this. So this is how you can deal with the different aspect of a conditional statement, which is the also the if part and also the else part. So I think now you have understood what I am talking about. So I think now you have understood the basics of a conditional statement like if else. So let's suppose take another example over here, which is what if there are multiple conditional statement. For example, what we have written in our first shell script, there is a single if statement, which was a single condition if the number is greater than 10 or not. But what if there is multiple condition, like if a number is greater than 10, or if a number is less than 7, or like this. So in this case, you can use elif, like in Python. The bash shell script also have a elif statement, or you can say the elif command line utility, or elif command in shell scripting. You can specify multiple conditions in your shell script to execute it. So let's start by doing it. So let me open my previous script again. For example, over here in this script, you can easily see that this is our first statement, and this is our else part. So what we're gonna do is I will gonna introduce another condition over here. Here I will introduce my another condition, which is I will simply write elif, and then the square bracket again, and then the number variable, you can see, and I will use another conditional operator, which is hyphen eq. So basically what it does, the hyphen eq is equivalent to, let me write it over here, which is equal to, you can say it double equal to, or equal to, whatever you prefer to call it, doesn't matter. But the in programming like task, The double equal to operator is basically a comparison operator, this is basically used to compare two different strings. It may be two different numbers, uh, it is basically used to compare two things, whether it is same or not. So let it, so hyphen equal to, and then if I write over here 15, and then let me write the operation over here. What if the condition satisfy? It will basically simply print the number is equal to 15, which is this. So now, so one thing you might have noticed, I have forgotten something, which is the then part, where it was okay. Okay, so which is this? I have to write over here then. And another mistake I have did over here, which is I have to write the echo statement not here. So let me copy it first. So I just missed it. But make sure you don't do it. And then over here, let me paste it over here. And then it's done. Okay, now you can see our shell script has been completed over here, which is, let me explain it. As like previous shell script, this is first taking the input from the terminal, and then it is printing then it is checking whether the inputted number is greater than 10 or not. And if it is greater than 10, then it will execute the statement over here. And if the condition fails, then it will jump to our elif statement or elif part, and then it will basically check whether the inputted number is equal to 15 or not. If it is 15, then it will print the number is equal to 15, and then if all the things doesn't satisfy, then it will jump back to the else part and then print this. So now let's save it and then hit enter. Now let's run it again. You can see this is our prompt. So let me execute the elif part first. Let me hit the 15 and hit enter, and you can see the number is 15 is greater than 10. So it is basically evaluated the two statement. Okay, so basically there was a logical error, as because I have written over here in the first statement, which is if the number is greater than 10, then it is basically executing the first if state condition, because the 15 is also greater than 10. So let me fix it. In order to fix it, I will just simply overwrite the 10 to 100 and then hit enter and save. Now let's again run it, and you can see enter a number. If I now write 15 over here, then you can see the number is equal to 15, which is our elif part. So here's how you can add multiple conditions in your shell script by using elif. Okay, so this is what the conditional statements in our shell script. So I hope you have learned something new in this video. So if so, then don't forget to subscribe our channel for more such content, and don't forget to also hit the bell icon. And that's it for this video, and keep learning, keep hacking, and goodbye.